Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I am responding to hashtag Get to Know Your Witches, the Get to Know Your Witches tag, and I was tagged by my brother from another mother, Chase from Two of Owls. So there are 15 questions, 15 witchy questions, but before we get into that, I think I have to tag two homies. So I'm gonna tag my girl out in Belgium, my cosmic sis, Steph from Journal du Femme Moderne et Spiritual Steph, and I would also tag Maha, my beautiful friend Maha from Maha's Treasure Box. So you two ladies have been tagged. Get to it. Okay, so I am in the room right now. Actually, Wally is asleep on the bed back there, and I'm getting ready to work out. So that's why I'm in. I don't just run around in my sports bra all day, but I figured before I go work out, I would answer these 15 questions. So I have to be in the room because this is where my laptop is, and I can look at the questions while I look at my camera and I film. Okay, so question number 1. Does your sun sign, your zodiac sign, portray you correctly? If not, do your other planetary signs. So my sun sign is a Gemini. Surprise, surprise. And I am a Libra moon and a Scorpio rising. So I do think that, obviously, astrologically speaking, there's a lot of other things that are going on in my chart that really make who I am. But, for the stereotypical Gemini, I think, I do adhere to a lot of that. There are times where I can be very extroverted. I think I'm like an introverted extrovert, but I do have a very short attention span. I am very chatty. I am very communicative. I love to express myself in more ways than just verbally, but yeah, I do. I think I also do carry that duality within me. So yeah, just to kind of put it short, yeah, I think the sun sign, Gemini, the twins, the okay, question number 2. What songs bring you the most magical vibes? Oh my gosh, well, there's so many. They'd mostly probably be on my workout playlist. I don't know, coming to mind is, I think I've mentioned it before, I really love Minerva by Deftones. Ooh, and you know what else is really good is Deftones featuring Maynard James Keenan from Tool, Passenger. Passenger is such a freaking good song. I get in these vibes and it's just I want to create some magic. Let's see, what else? Paralyzer by Finger 11 is pretty good. Anything from Chevelle. Fiona Apple. Yes, Criminal. Okay, that popped in too. Gosh, what else is good? Poem to Myself by Taproot. Okay, so you guys, you kind of get it. I like stuff that's just it's sexy rock music, okay? I don't know, this is sexy rock music. All right, question number 3, numero 3. Which one of your deities, guides, ancestors is most sarcastic with you? If this doesn't apply to you, which of your tarot or oracle decks is? Okay, I wouldn't say really my deities, or I have sarcastic tarot decks, oh, actually no, I have one of my guides I think is kind of playful with me, kind of sarcastic, kind of and that is Edward. Edward is actually one of my crystal skulls that I keep on my altar. But whenever I'm doing a deep meditation to go to where I believe is the Akashic Records, I'm not really sure, but I go to this really trippy place where I'm always met at the gates by my old dog Precious, my little Maltese, my grandfather, my grandmother, and there's a lot of trippy stuff going on. But yeah, I would say Edward, who I don't know why Edward is a hipster guide, but my guide is a hipster, and And I would say he's quite sarcastic. Okay, so Edward. All right, Edward. Let's see. Going on number 4, biggest witchy mess up or misinterpretation. I don't think I've had a big misinterpretation, but I have almost lit stuff on fire before when, you know, like I'm trying to like burn stuff in like my little, like I was just using like a little cauldron before and I didn't think to take it outside. I always take my little cauldrons outside, you know, away from like foliage so I'm not like lighting stuff on fire. But I have almost lit the carpet on fire, and yeah, I don't think my boyfriend watches these, because if he is, I actually didn't light any carpet on fire. Okay, moving on. Number 5, would you write a book on your craft or spirituality? Why? If you already have, what were your challenges in doing so? I have not written a book on my craft or spirituality. I have like started a book, but that's like based on my rotten childhood, but it's like funny. And then I've had my students write books that, you know, like I published for them, but I don't know. I have such an eclectic like path, you know. I have I'm very multicultural, so I have a lot of beliefs, you know, kind of all mashed together, and like what my practice is very different. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of different viewpoints, a lot of cultural stuff that's all in there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe someday. But I think that, you know, a lot of us, our spirituality is so unique. Although, you know, maybe that would help people, you know, who come from maybe multi-ethnic backgrounds, multicultural backgrounds, you know, who've been raised with a lot of different beliefs, who've come across a lot of things, who've kind of added it together. That might help some people instead of figuring like, oh, I need to choose some like pre-made like beliefs that have been, you know, some things that have been around for a while. It's like I have to be one of those slots. So like maybe in the future, maybe. Let's see, number 6. If someone wanted to summon you to their circle, what 5 items would they need? Okay, Hello Kitty. You need a breakfast burrito from JV's Mexican restaurant. Whew, it's just down the way from UCSD. Oh my God. Okay, so you need those. You're gonna need a pair of free weights, preferably maybe like 15 or 20 pound free weights, because you could do a lot of different exercises. You could do like curls, you could do a lot of stuff with just like a couple of dumbbells, you know. So like if you're gonna bring me and I'm just like waiting around for a while, like I might as well get a set in, you know. So okay, so yeah, some dumbbells, yeah, some like a burrito and like Hello Kitty, and sunglasses, like a really cool pair of sunglasses, maybe some like Wayfarers. Yeah, I think that works too. What else? What else? Gosh, a 5th thing. Oh, one like a stuffy, like a really soft stuffy. Like, hold on, let me show you guys. Like a stuffy like this. It's so soft and cuddly. Like, and if it were a unicorn, that'd be cool too. But you know, elephants and horses work too. So maybe like a little stuffy. Okay. What's next? Number 7. If you were a ghost, what place would you haunt? I would haunt the track at any high school, actually. Could be my old alma mater. It could be the high school that I'm teaching at right now. I would just haunt tracks in general during track season. I don't know. I'd probably be off out and about like when it's not track season, but when it is track season, you know, so that, you know, you don't get those like lame-o athletes that are just kind of like trying to get through the workout and they're really just there to wear the uniform and they're really just there for meet day. And I would like haunt the kids at the back of the pack. I'm like, come on, get something out of this workout, you know, because if you're joining the track team, you know, you're joining because you know you're gonna have to work out, right? So yeah, I would help make champions, you know, on the track, because they'd be scared of not trying their hardest at track practice. You know, I would help them in the weight room, you know. And yeah, I think I could really be beneficial, you know, to a track team as a ghost. Okay, number 8. What is the funniest way someone has reacted to finding out you are a witch? Okay, I think I have a pretty funny story. Okay, my dude used to work with this woman who's she's a little bit older than us, not too much older, and she refers to my dude as like her son, but she is so not old enough to have the dude as her son. Anyway, they worked together like a long time ago, and they've been friends. And then obviously when the dude and I started dating, you know, we kind of all became friends, and we've all just kind of been friends for a while. And I don't know, this was like a couple of years ago. We were at like her daughter's birthday party or something like that, and she gave me a little candle, and I was like, ooh, it's like a spirit candle or something like that. And she was like, oh, I didn't know if you'd like that stuff. And I was like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm a witch. And she's like, oh my god, you're a witch? I'm a witch too. She's like, oh my god, Wiccan, 25 years. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not Wiccan, but I said I have a very eclectic practice, but I'm a witch too. And she's like, oh my god, oh my god. We were like, ah, we were like high five. And she's like, oh my god, I thought you would think that I'm so weird, because, you know, I try to hide like my stuff from like my, you know, my friends' girlfriends and things like that, you know. So like I have to hide all the pentacles and the pentagrams, and I have to hide my witchy stuff. And she's like, oh my god, whew, that is such a relief that you're a witch too. Okay. She's all, so I can just like let it all hang out around. I was like, oh my god. I was like, see, I'm so afraid of like being weird in front of you, you know, because like, you know, you've known my dude for like so long. She's like, yeah, I mean, same. And it was like, all right, witchy high five. And so we went off, and we were like, da, 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 da. You know, my boyfriend's like, are you ever gonna come home, or are you guys just gonna chatter like the night away? And we're like, we're talking witchy stuff. Please don't bother. But yeah, love you, Amanda. Anyway, let's see, moving on. Do you have any superstitions? I don't think that I do. I mean, I still think that I still have that superstition. I mean, a bird has never hit my windshield while I'm driving, but I always have that thing, you know, that they always say that, you know, something bad's gonna happen if a bird hits your windshield, because like I hate to see a bird die, or, you know, find a dead bird on the ground. Like, I don't know, there's like that superstition. I don't know, I think I was more superstitious when I used to like run track, like, you know, as like, you know, NC2A athlete, or when I was in high school. I used to always have to put my hair in pigtails, and it would always have like the school's colors. So like one color scrunchie, like a black scrunchie and a red scrunchie. Or when I was at Long Beach, you know, it was a gold scrunchie and a black scrunchie. I would always have to paint my nails for race day. I always had to have my lucky pair of socks. I always had to have a certain meal before like the night before, and my clothes, my uniform all had to be laying out. My sweats had to be laying out, and my bag had to be ready to go with my tennis shoes and my spikes in it, and they had to be cleaned and like shined and everything, so everything looked good and everything was like ready to go. And I always had this like the winged foot of Mercury, you know, my necklace. I always had to wear that, and I always had to wear my class ring. And if I was missing any of those things, I felt like I couldn't run fast. But yeah, that was back in the day. But I'm pretty sure if I was running now, I'd have to do the same thing. Anyway, number 10. If you could possess any fantasy magic, what would your power be? Although I'm kind of afraid of heights, I've always wanted to fly. Like, that's always been my thing, is to fly. But, you know, since a lot of people say like fly, or, you know, teleportation, stuff like that, I wish I could have the ability to go back in time. Maybe like, ooh, even if I had like a DeLorean. But I guess I wouldn't need a DeLorean if I have magic. Okay, so but I would have a DeLorean anyway, you know, a time traveling DeLorean. Maybe riding with Doc. I don't know. But yeah, I would like to kind of jump around in time and like fix things and, you know, maybe correct things or maybe just observe, like, you know, what did it look like when there was dinosaurs? That was probably pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe time travel. That might be a really cool power. Number 11. What is something random on your altar? On my altar, I have a mermaid. I don't know if that's random. I mean, it's a little mermaid keychain and it looks like Ariel, and I really love Ariel. Like I wanted to be Ariel back in when that come out, like 1989. Yeah, I wanted to be Ariel when like the Little Mermaid came out, and so I always have this thing with mermaids and Ariel. And confession, every time I swim in the ocean or in a pool, I do put my legs together like it's a fin and I'm underwater, and I kind of try to pretend like I'm a mermaid. But yes, I have a mermaid on my altar because that just feels like, I don't know, there's something special with that. Okay, number 12. If one of the YouTubers you watched was a genie and they could grant you 3 wishes within their power, who would it be and what wishes? I would want Vix from New Age Hipster. And I wouldn't want her to be, okay, I wouldn't want her to be some sort of like slave genie where she's got to grant everybody wishes. So like maybe this is like voluntary, like if she wants to grant you some wishes, like she can. But it, you know, I'd be like, Vix, you know, is it cool if I come at you with these 3 questions? And she'd be like, oh yeah, like that's okay. You know, I would say my first wish is to raid her closet because I think her style is pretty close to my style, and I think she's got some pretty cool threads in there. So I'd want to go check those out. The other one would be for her and I to, I don't know, the other wish would be for just like us to like jam to some of her music. Cause I don't know, I think she is like the Australian version of me, you know, but yeah. So like I'd be rocking like her closet, and then we'd be listening to some music, you know, 80s music. And then the third thing is to teach me how to do makeup. Okay, so the wish is teach me how to do makeup and how to do her winged eyeliner. I don't know how to do winged eyeliner. In fact, I'm kind of terrible at makeup. I mean, I never really learned. I know how to put lipstick on, and yeah. Okay, so Vix, those would be my 3 wishes. But of course, as a genie who is not enslaved, she would have the option of granting wishes. Okay, moving on to number 13. If you could instantly become an expert in any part of your craft, spirituality, what would it be? Well, like other people have mentioned, I love learning new things. But if I could just like understand that, I love herbs. Like I like working with herbs, making teas, making like potions and things like that. But if I could just like know all herbs, like that would be really cool. Like to just know them all, like which ones are poisonous, which ones are not poisonous, you know, what kind of healing properties do these have, and then, you know, and then I'd have fun with like the rest of my practice. But like if I could just do that, that would be, or know that would be cool. So it'd be like the Matrix where you could just like shove a plug in the back of my head and just download this information, and it would be awesome. Maybe I don't want a plug in the back of my head, but I think it would still be awesome. Okay, number 14. We're on to the second to last question. Okay, when you die, what do you think will happen to you or your soul? You know, I don't think any of us right now knows for sure. I do believe in reincarnation, so I do believe we've all been in spirit. So we, in spirit, our spirit knows what's on the other side, and, you know, knows what happens when we die. But, you know, in these like human bodies of ours, like we don't know right now for sure. It's all kind of like based on faith. But my guesstimation is that when you die, you kind of go into this review, kind of like that movie Defending Your Life with, you know, one of the Brooks brothers, like not Mel Brooks, his brother. And it has it has Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep in it. And I kind of feel like it's like that, like your soul goes into this kind of like life review, you know, going through all the things that you learned, things that you kind of passed up, you know, kind of looking into things that prevented you from moving on because of fear, you know, and, you know, all of those things. And I think you get a choice of, would you like to go back to Earth? Would you like to go to another realm, another galaxy, another planet? Would you like to enter, you know, so get reincarnated as perhaps something else, depending on whatever it is that you're wanting to learn. I kind of feel like our energy becomes part of like the collective again, like the source energy, you know, all as one. And yeah, I don't know. I kind of guess it's like that, you know, but I can only really guess. Okay, moving on to our final question. Where do you see yourself spiritually in the next 5 years? Well, you know, technology is moving quickly. So I don't know if the YouTubes is still going to be around in 5 years. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be like a more advanced version of YouTube. But I still would love to share my spirituality, my experiences, and things that I do, my craft here on YouTube. I would also like to be teaching some courses when it comes to like energy work and healing. I definitely want to be doing more healing, you know, because I've been working on a lot of that, you know, learning and things like that. So I don't know. I think just getting deeper into my practice, you know, and then translating that into, you know, I teach at a high school. I want to do more of what, you know, I do teaching, but I want to translate that to, you know, spiritual teaching, you know, kind of. So I want to do more of that, hopefully next 5 years, but you know, we will see. And maybe I'll see you on the future YouTube or the people tube or the whatever it's gonna be then. So anyway, thank you so much, Chase, for tagging me. And yeah, so don't forget, Steph and Maha, I have tagged you. I want to see your responses. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. So I will catch you spiritual homies later. If you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com and join that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot, where there is so many free goodies and lots of good stuff for my homies over there as they help support me and what I do so that I can do more for you guys. So, you know, you could do that for as little as like $1 a month. That really does make a difference. All right. And I will catch you spiritual homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.